Join us in this detailed tutorial from our expert trainer who walks you through each step. Let's get started.
Sometimes when we're trying to visualize our data using charts, we don't necessarily need a big chart displaying everything in our worksheet. Sometimes we just want to be able to see the trend of a series of data over time. Now, a good alternative to just using this data and inserting a line chart is to use Sparklines. Now, if you've never heard of Sparklines before, they're basically mini charts contained within a cell. Now that's pretty hard to visualize if you've never seen them before. So let me show you an example. Now on the worksheet here, we have some names of 10 phone apps. And then we have the amount of sales from January to June. So we're dealing with time-based data just here. Now, maybe I want to determine if there was a trend in sales between January and June. So this data is perfect for Sparklines. Now notice I've added a column C, called Trend. This is where we're going to put our Sparklines. You don't necessarily have to have them here. A lot of people like to have their trends at the end, so maybe in column J. I'm just going to put mine here because I think they look quite effective. So I'm going to click in the first cell. Let's go up to Insert, and then notice that we have a Sparklines group just here. Now we have three different kinds of Sparkline that we can insert. We have a line, a column, and win-loss. Now it's worth noting that win-loss is most appropriate when you have negative numbers in your data set. And if you take a look at our data, we currently don't have any negative numbers, so we're going to focus on line and column. So let's click on line. It's asking me for my data range. So where is the data that I want to represent in this Sparkline? Now I could do this in one of two ways. I could select just this first series of data just here and say I want to put this Sparkline into cell C4 and click on OK, and it's going to give me a Sparkline. I can then use the fill handle to drag this down. Now I'm going to undo that for a second, Control Z and delete, because we can do this in a slightly different way. Let's go back to Insert and Line, and this time I'm going to say that my data range is everything just here. And my location range, where do I want these Sparklines to appear? Well, I want them to appear here. Let's click on OK, and I get the same thing. So two slightly different selection techniques just there. Now notice what we get. We get this line. Now my numbers are, it seems, gradually sloping up. There isn't too much variation, so I'm just going to mess this data up a little bit. Let's add in some random numbers to make these look a little bit more pointy. Now once you have your Sparklines in your cells, you can apply some formatting to them. So let's select them. Notice we have a Sparkline contextual ribbon, and from here we can do things like change the style. We can even mark specific points. So I'm going to change the style of my Sparklines to, let's go for orange, make those really stand out. I can then choose what I want to mark in this show group. For example, if I select high point, you can see in the Sparkline it's going to mark where it finds the highest value. I could do low point, it's going to mark where it finds the lowest value. Now if I want a marker on every single data point, I could choose markers and it's going to put those in. And it just gives a really nice way to visualize your data. And of course, if I wanted to change the marker color, I have a marker color option just here. So let's go to markers, and I'm going to make these markers blue. So very quickly, we've managed to add in 10 mini charts to show the trend of this data. And I think Sparklines look really effective. Now, before we leave this lesson, let's select all of these Sparklines again and go back to the Sparkline ribbon, because what we can also have in here instead of line is a column Sparkline. So if we go to the first group type, you can see we have line currently selected, but if I choose column, you can see that that's going to display that in a slightly different way. And in this case, we can't do all markers. I'm just going to mark the high point and the low point, and I'm going to change the marker color. I'm going to set the high point to green, and let's set the low point to this yellowy orange color. So if you prefer to have your Sparkline displayed as a column as opposed to a line, you can do that as well. Now, as I mentioned, the other option that we have when it comes to Sparkline is win-loss, and this is for negative numbers. So I'm quickly going to go in and add some negative numbers into my data set. So now I have some negative numbers. You can see those represented in brackets in the data set. I'm going to clear out these sparklines. Let's go back to the sparkline ribbon. And if you want to delete these, it's worth noting that you can't just press the delete key on your keyboard. You need to click on clear and then clear selected sparkline groups. So now I'm going to go to insert, and this time we're going to choose the win-loss sparkline. So let's select our data range. We're going to go for this. And then our location range is going to be these cells just here. Let's click on OK, and you can see what that does. So wherever we have a minus figure, you can see that that's showing in a slightly different color. So these blocks are all the same, but it really just highlights any negative values that you have in your data set. And of course, you can customize the colors of these as you might expect by using one of these styles just here maybe, or you can set the individual marker colors. So I think you'll agree sparklines are a pretty cool way to visualize data and recognize trends.
Are you happy with this training? Make sure to subscribe for more great content. Visit the Simon Says It channel, explore our videos and training sessions, and decide what you want to learn next.